In an instant, Therese's world was lit up, and ultimately, Carol bought a huge train. As she left, her gaze lightly brushed past Therese. Just like that glance seemed magical, making Therese's heart race. It dawned on Therese that the leather gloves quietly lying on the counter were like bait casually tossed by the upper class, and these forgotten gloves were the temptations for naive victims. On the collection order, Carol's name tickled Therese's heart like a feather, leaving her dazed in front of the robot basket for half an hour. As her gaze grew more intense, she finally found the courage to write her name and stuff the box with the gloves into the gas tank. Like planting a seed waiting for spring, she anticipated the unknown echo in her heart. 3 days later, the phone at the department store suddenly rang, and Carol's voice transmitted through the wires, concealing a barely noticeable smile as she invited for lunch. Like a romantic love letter, it softly knocked on Therese's heart. The soft lights in the restaurant draped over the table like a gossamer. The air was infused with a light scent of smoke, creating an ambience of subtle intimacy as the two sat together. Every gesture Carol made radiated elegance and poise. Each movement seemed like a carefully sculpted masterpiece. When Carol spoke Therese's name, the softness at the tip of her tongue captured her heart, more intoxicating than perfume. Therese's palms were sweaty with anxiety as her gaze flickered between Carol's exquisite face and deep-set eyes, like a startled deer. When Carol mentioned the perfume her husband gave her, speaking of that nearly non-existent marriage, a hint of weariness and helplessness seeped from her words. "I'm sorry, don't cry." The bitterness in her voice made Therese involuntarily open up. She's confused about her boyfriend, who planned their future. Proposal, meeting parents, steady job, seemingly perfect. Yet her heart craved a life far removed from that. Though their worlds seemed different, they intersected in a way. One marriage teetered, a relationship was rocky, life directionless. They found long-lost kinship. In their stories, they found soul resonance. Next moment, Carol abruptly changed the topic. Her eyes were soft and hopeful. "Will you come meet me this week?" Therese's cheeks instantly flushed, and her heart nearly leaped from her chest. She had never imagined she would be so lucky to receive a summons from the goddess of her heart, and almost as if possessed, she nodded. At that moment, she felt like she had fallen into a sweet dream. "You truly are a peculiar girl." Before they knew it, it was the weekend. Carol came to pick up Therese, and the car entered a long tunnel. Darkness quickly enveloped them. The radio played a song as Carol elegantly placed her gloves on the steering wheel, the faint light of the tunnels in creating an eternal scene, as if time stood still. Therese gazed at the flutter of Carol's eyelashes, reflected beautifully on the glass, suddenly recalling the myth of the girl walking into the labyrinth. He knew the danger but fell unwillingly. On the way, Carol jumped out to pick a Christmas tree. Snowflakes floated down like little fairies, and Carol looked like a princess caught in a romantic painting amidst the swirling snow. Such beauty drew Therese in, and she almost instinctively raised her camera, craving to capture the moment for the first time. She wished to capture this heart-throbbing moment in her lens. In Carol's apartment, the fragrance of the Christmas tree wafted through the air. Along with a sweet aroma, Therese played the piano, her eyes darting at the sight of Carol bending to adjust the Christmas tree. The beautiful skirt traced a graceful curve, and when those delicate hands suddenly landed on her shoulder, the piano keys released a jarring note, capturing that electrifying moment as Carol's breath brushed past her ear, laden with the scent of red wine. Therese's heart raced as if it would leap from her chest, but the bliss was short-lived when her ex-husband suddenly appeared to ruin the moment. Carol's complexion instantly turned as pale as a sheet, and she frantically picked up her scattered high heels, her eyes filled with fear and unease. Therese watched Carol retreat slowly, and it struck her that this love was destined to weather storms from the very beginning. Carol's husband's gaze shot towards Therese like a deadly poisoned arrow, and the gunpowder-like tension in the air became suffocating. Subtitles. Her ex-husband angrily took their daughter away, with his hostile gaze piercing Carol's heart like a sharp sword just as he departed. The years shackled by marriage, the time spent bearing for their daughter, echoed painfully in Carol's heart. "It's just like a bird trapped in a cage, robbed of its freedom." On that dusty train, Therese stared into the endless darkness outside, feeling an overwhelming sense of regret. She remembered Carol's home warmth, tunnel thrills, and her worn-out camera, failing to catch fleeting beauty. Sadness and loss inundated her like a tidal wave, an unparalleled kind of pain. It felt as if her heart was being wrenched apart when suddenly the phone rang. It was Carol's voice on the line, weary and fragile. "I've been through a lot. Will you forgive me?" Therese had no reasons to blame her. She only wished to confirm their feelings. On the eve of Christmas, Carol appeared at Therese's home with the camera she adored. "I've been gone for a while now, and my car can take me to you. I thought you might want to come with me." Yes, Therese didn't hesitate and decided to accompany Carol on this bizarre journey. Her boyfriend didn't agree with Therese's departure, which resulted in a massive quarrel. In just a minute, what is it that you actually want to say? By the way, if you really like this video, make sure to subscribe.